Should the Vikings trade for Deshaun Watson? First, we need to take a look at how we even got to this point where it may be a possibility in the first place if you're the Houston Texans. After trading away DeAndre Hopkins, after firing Bill O'Brien, after CEO of the Texans, Kyle McNair, had dinner with Deshaun Watson to discuss the direction of the team and that he wanted the input from Deshaun Watson because he wants to keep his star quarterback happy. After Deshaun Watson gave his personal preferences on GM candidates, Kyle McNair considered none of those candidates and ended up hiring Nick Caserio as the new Texans general manager, in which case shortly after, Deshaun Watson tweeted, "Some things will never change." And now Deshaun Watson isn't even returning any of Kyle McNair's phone calls. So potentially he may force his way out of Houston via trade. And first, let's look at Deshaun Watson, the quarterback. The pocket presence. Yes, Kirk Cousins, he had a very nice 2020 season, and I thought as the year went on that he did a pretty good job of getting outside the pocket once in a while and extending plays, something that we've never seen before in his career. Still, it was a bit marginal because for the most part, he would pretty much stand there, and if the play wasn't there, he would take the hit. Deshaun Watson is completely different. It's a game changer. This dude will move up in the pocket if the edges collapse. If he feels contact from a defender and he sees an outlet to the other side, he'll simply take his hand and shove the man down and then move out and extend the play. He's got shuffle feet, kind of like if you do the floor ladder workouts, NFL players, they do it. Or if you're at home, you do the Insanity Asylum 1 or Asylum 2 workouts. It's the same thing. The way he's an insane playmaker, the way he keeps plays alive, and not only that, he can make up for a bad offensive line. Even if you have Deshaun Watson caught dead to rights on the outside, this dude will pump fake, he'll get the man jumping, and he'll extend the play even further. You look at his stat line this past 2020 season, and despite the fact that the Texans traded away DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson had his career best season in terms of completion percentage, yards, touchdowns, and a career low interception count. Also, there's the extra element of the dude could just tuck the ball and run with it with his legs because Kirk Cousins' yards per game rushing wise was just under 10 yards a game. Deshaun Watson nearly 3 times that amount at 28 rushing yards per game. That changes everything. So if you're the defense, you got to have a linebacker spy on him at all times, or at least some sort of zone look, which should open things up for your tight ends, such as an Irv Smith Jr. Is he better than Kirk Cousins? Yes, he is. Should the Vikings trade for Deshaun Watson? Yes, they should, in theory. But allow me to remind you what would be waiting for Deshaun Watson if the Vikings were to trade for him, and that is head coach Mike Zimmer. Somebody who hates quarterbacks. How so? Let me count the ways. In 2017, Mike Zimmer was very extra passive-aggressive towards Case Keenum because he hated the risks that he would take as far as extending plays, getting outside the pocket, making gutsy throws. You have Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. Give your big-time playmakers a chance to make a play on the ball. Instead, Mike Zimmer, he wanted him to throw it out of bounds. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. He wouldn't commit to Case Keenum as the downright starter for the whole season. Instead, he went about it as a week-to-week situation, and he was looking for any reason to get Teddy Bridgewater back in the starting lineup. Then, that following offseason, Mike Zimmer insinuated to the media publicly out there for everyone to see, investing big-time capital in a quarterback is not going to necessarily help the team because, if anything, it's just going to take away from my defense. He didn't want Kirk Cousins. Everyone knows that. He wanted Teddy Bridgewater. Why? Because Teddy Bridgewater's safe. Look at our backup quarterback. I know we're just talking about the backup quarterback. Sean Mannion can't play football worth a damn, but he's safe. That's just the relationship management aspect. You look at the on-field coaching, Kirk Cousins in 2019 had the highest cap hit on the team. He also had the best wide receiver tandem in football in Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. Diggs had the 4th highest cap hit on the team. Adam Thielen, he had the 9th highest cap hit on the team. What do you know? In 2019, the Minnesota Vikings finished with the 3rd fewest pass attempts in the league. Really? But then we go to the 2020 season. Kirk Cousins, again, highest cap hit on the team. Adam Thielen, second highest cap hit on the team. Again, even though Stephon Diggs is no longer here, you still have the best wide receiver tandem in football with Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. The Minnesota Vikings in 2020 finished with the sixth fewest pass attempts in the league. But that's Mike Zimmer football. Mike Zimmer wants the safe, prehistoric 1975 run the ball offense. That stubbornness drove away a star player who, when targeted enough, turns out is statistically the best wide receiver in all of football. And how many times this past 2020 season did we see the 2-minute drill to end the first half? First down, handoff. Second down, check down, dump off pass to Dalvin Cook for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Third and long, the offense catches a tight butt, and oh my God, we don't know what to do. You throw another check down pass for minimal gain or incomplete to give the ball away or to end the first half. Think about that. The Minnesota Vikings forfeited at least one possession a game this past 2020 season and in 2019. And you think bringing Deshaun Watson is going to change all of that with this head coach? You think you're going to see some RPOs? You think you're going to see a high-octane passing game offense? Okay. All right. Let me say, listen, I swear up and down, Patrick Mahomes under head coach Mike Zimmer would not be this Patrick Mahomes that we see today, the best quarterback in all of football. That's what, same thing I talked about in this draft. Oh my, when we were 1-5 and I say, tank for Trevor Lawrence, it wouldn't matter if we had Mike Zimmer. Justin Fields, I can see that maybe working out. Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, absolutely not. As long as we have this head coach, in theory, it's nice bringing Deshaun Watson. Oh my God, with Irv Smith Jr., Tyler Conklin, Adam Thielen, and Justin Jefferson, and then Dalvin Cook. This could be the best offense in all of football, but it's never going to happen as long as we have the GOAT, the Grandmaster himself, Mike Zimmer. We do this 3 times a week. Mediocre at Best Sports Podcast with Realistic Randy. Check me out on Twitter at realistic_Randy, Facebook at realistic Randy. Next podcast is tomorrow. We'll see you then.